Arab people have always been represented in so many negative ways. Growing up in an Arab country, I've never paid attention to this because representation was all around me. But once I moved to Europe and then North America, that's when it hit me. I remember once I was talking to this guy who was from the USA. We were just having a small talk and he goes like, "Where are you from?" I answer, "Morocco." He says, "Oh, I don't know where that is." And so I asked him, "What about you? Where are you from?" He goes like, "Washington, D.C." And so I said, "Oh, never heard about that." Of course, this wasn't true. But because of my Arab pride, I wanted to make him feel just the way he made me feel a second ago. To the rest of the world, Arab people are represented either as savages, terrorists, or nomads living in a desert. I remember a James Bond movie where they illustrated Casablanca, one of the biggest cities in Morocco, by the way, with a plain shot of the desert. And that was about it. In the thriller movie Leave the World Behind with Julia Roberts, that was aired on Netflix in 2024, we can see at the end of the movie a red flyer with Arab words written on it. It was supposed to be the end of the world at this point. And the narrative of the story is basically saying that the end of the world is being caused by Arabs and that they were taking revenge on America. When the Dune movie, Chapter 2, was aired this year in 2024, this was actually the breaking point for me. This is when I totally stopped giving a free pass to this kind of behavior. To give you some context, in this movie, everything is about cultural appropriation. The architectural designs, the traditional outfits that they used as costumes, the traditional Amazigh tattoos that they painted on Rebecca Ferguson's face, the way they prayed and the way they talked. Everything was taken away from the North African culture. And I'm talking about cultural appropriation here and not about cultural appreciation. Because absolutely no one from the cast was actually Arab. There was no Middle Eastern or North African representation in lead or supporting roles. The only time Hollywood made an effort about representing our culture, they missed. They tried to do that with a Disney TV show called Miss Marvel. It is the story of a young Pakistani girl who lives in New Jersey and needs to save the world after she got her superpowers. By doing so, they tried to put brown, South Asians, Muslims, and Arab people on the same map. Yes, because obviously all Arabs are Muslims, right? So, yes, this is infuriating to me. The lack of representation, but also when there is a representation, it is mostly not accurate and negative. And this is about the Hollywood world. But the same goes for our workplaces. Hey Habibti, if you're enjoying this episode so far, we are launching one piece of content like this a week. So don't forget to subscribe to be part of this insane community and join us on Instagram for exclusive content. During my career, I have been working for many companies, big and small. Over the years, an effort about diversity, equity, and inclusion has been made, or at least they showcase it as a part of their global strategy to attract and retain talent. And when I look at these companies' cultures and strategies, we see that a real effort has been made for the Black community, the Latino community, and also Native Americans. And good for them, because they absolutely deserve it. But every time I try to see progress and celebrate it, I also sadly notice that not a single effort has been made for our community. And this is also valid in every other aspect of our society. Try Googling the word Arab for a second. Actually, please do me a favor and pause this video right now and try it for real. So, pretty results, right? Try doing the same thing on any kind of search engine. When I try to design visuals for my social media on Canva, I get the same results. When I want to look for stock images, same thing. Every time I look for the word Arab, it's either a woman in hijab, a man dressed like an Emirati, and pictures of terrorists. Because in the common spirit, Arab equal Muslim equals terrorists. And this was even more true after 9/11. I can't even imagine what it was like to grow up in America as an Arab during that time. The propaganda that took place during that time against the Arab and Muslim community was insane. Constantly having to prove somehow that you are with the good ones, so that hopefully they can accept you in their social circle without ever totally feel comfortable around you. So, yes, I am tired. I am tired of people treating us like we are in a cliché movie like Aladdin. I am tired of people thinking that we live in the desert, riding camels and screaming at people all the time. I am tired of people thinking like we are in a terrorist movie where we are the bad guys and America comes to save the rest of the world. The Western world grew up with this image of Arabs being violent, ignorant, barbaric, when we are the complete opposite. Through our language, culture, art, poetry, heritage, we have so many beautiful things to share with the world. But it starts by loving ourselves first. It starts by us stop trying so hard to fit in. We should stop shying away from our cultures, because this is not our narrative. It is the story they forged with a lack of education on their part. And if they are not the ones willing to represent us the way we should be, then we will take over, just like I'm doing right now. Grab a microphone, use your social medias, amplify those voices, the voices that are stating the truth, the voices that should be heard and shared, louder and louder.